Today's top news headlines: MPCC spokesperson arrested over derogatory remarks against Amit Saha. Thirteen dead after consuming poisonous mushroom in Assam. And 4 persons test positive for COVID-19 in 24 hours in Manipur. Hello, this is Pony TV giving you the latest English bulletin at 7. I'm LAKSMIBAI. Now the news in detail. The Manipur police arrested a spokesperson of the Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC for allegedly using derogatory language against Union Home Minister Amit Saha during a discussion on a local television channel as a panelist. Sanaudam Samachoran Singh, popularly known as Sano, was arrested by City Police Imphal on Tuesday following a complaint lodged by BJYM President M. Varis Sharma over the alleged remark against the Union Home Minister. In his complaint, the BJYM president stated that the Congress spokesperson during a discussion on a local television channel, Impact TV, on April 9 not only abused mainland Indians but also used foul and derogatory language against Amit Saha. The accused deliberately and maliciously humiliated the Hindus of mainland India by terming them as animals and continued to further use derogatory language, thereby hurting the racial and religious feelings of entire India, which amount to sedition, the complaint alleged. The complaint was lodged under Section 124A, 295J, 505, etc. of the Indian Penal Code. However, as per sources, the accused, an advocate by profession, was produced in court and got bail on the same day. BJP Manipur Pradesh President Adhikari Mayum Sarda Devi had on Wednesday strongly condemned MPCC spokesperson S. Somacharan for making racial remarks against Union Home Minister Amit Saha. Samacharan was participating in a local TV channel discussion program on April 9. Sarda said she highly condemns the statement, launching a scathing attack against the Congress party. Sarda said the Grand Old Party is on the brink of collapse because of frequent racial slurs and disrespect of others. As many as 13 deaths were reported from Upper Assam in last 24 hours due to consumption of poisonous mushrooms. Assam Medical College and Hospital AMCH Superintendent Dr. Prasanta Dihingya said all the victims of mushroom poisoning died at the hospital while undergoing treatment. He said that 35 patients of mushroom poisoning from the Upper Assam districts of Charaideo, Dibrugarh, Sivasagar, and Tinsukia were admitted at the AMCH in the last 5 days, out of which 13 patients died. Four persons tested positive for coronavirus in Manipur on Wednesday, with the state reporting 0 deaths. The total COVID-19 tally reaches 137,169, while the death toll stands at 2,120. As per the Manipur COVID-19 Command Control Room, the positivity rate was recorded at 1.5%. The Manipur COVID-19 Command Control Room said a total of 269 samples were tested in the past 24 hours, detecting the fresh infections. The control room said 3 persons were recuperated from the disease. Professor A. Santa Singh, Director of Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, Imphal, inaugurated a newly installed Q-switched NG YAC laser today at Dermatology OPD, RIMS Hospital. He stated that the newly installed Q-switched and the YAC laser will benefit the people of Manipur and also both postgraduate and undergraduate students. Professor Dr. T.H. Nandakishore Singh, Head of Department Dermatology, HODs, Nursing Officer, RIMS Hospital, faculty members, senior residents, students and staffers were present in the function. Later on, Professor A. Santa Singh inaugurated a newly constructed central store, RIMS Imphal. During the inauguration, Professor N. Sanjib Singh, Medical Superintendent, RIMS Hospital, K. Dongal, Deputy Director, Administration, RIMS Imphal, Y. Jogeswar Singh, Consultant Civil 1, RIMS Imphal, M. Hemantakumar Singh, Consultant Civil 2, RIMS Imphal, officials from TP Cell, Hill 2, RCS Office, Manipur, and engineering staff of RIMS were also present. Moirang residents have hailed the state government for building a canal at Moirang High Level for irrigation purposes. The Manipur government initiated the program to support the local farmers so that they can yield sufficient crops. However, the canal does not have its pipeline to supply water till that, they said. In such a situation, farmers fear that they could face scarcity of irrigation water. Seva Club Naran Sena Secretary and Jadumani appealed to the state government to look into the matter in the larger interest of the farming community.
aduga hanang mamangda su asumaina tawraga thamamaga makhada charambal lobi kayam lo ubu yadadana mangamba masidigi hena handaksina amu hena kutung thebadu mayok nagadore maramasina haujik athu matamda tawbi bagloina na koigi mathakta leijari ba losing sikisu satok se sinjana na ba makhada leiba loni sing sikisu sing mathak digi sing se saba yana na ba khona bidragadi haujik matam je haujik matam thamani dangare nungju pathala kada ba haujik koi karamai tawna matokram na mathakta dairiba losing sigi kamai injin lalaga kamai chattori de makhada leiba lobi processing ising je kai digi ising khoi je sagadori aduna hauji tawriba thabak khutok sidi lobi project khoi ge sakhau matpa haibis pura hatok pi ba haibari samane ba.
A total of 238 trainees of recruit constable batch number 237 passed out today after completion of 44 weeks rigorous training. At event held at the parade ground of Churachandpur Subsidiary Training Center, STC, Mridul Sonowal IG, MNC Frontier wished the trainees a bright future. The passing out ceremony was filled with PT show by PT and UAC team of the training center and was followed by a band show cultural program. Mridul Sonowal IG, MNC Frontier, and Olympian and Arjuna awardee Chinglen Sana Singh Kanguzam attended the program. Now let's take a short break. Keep watching.
Karigumba dom yumda laiba anaba singi hidak kappa dressing tauba blood sample loba rice tube hapa catheterization hapa enema tobinaba experience lairaba nurse amati doctor thibada awaba thengnabirabadi wabiraganu Medlane Home Nursing Care Service Manipurna pung kunmari chukna adom yumda latuna hidak kappa injection piba dressing tauba feeding tube hapa catheter hapa amadi makhal kya ge anaba sing experience lairaba doctor amadi nursing tuna mating pangzari akupa marol gi damak Medlane gi helpline number 9205987988 amukasu 9205987988 ta call tawna tanabiu natraga Google Play Store gi Medlane app download tawduna booking tawi.
Welcome. After the break, you're watching Pony TV English News at 7. Rice was distributed to the beneficiaries today at Bisnupur Ward number 9 under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. The rice distribution was held under the supervision of Works and Yas Minister Govindas Kontosam. Speaking at the program, Minister Govindas Kontosam stated that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has taken up steps to remove poverty in India. Govindas underlined on the need to make more efforts to ensure livelihood of the people. State and district BJP leaders and MLA of Kumbi constituency S. Prem Chandra also attended the event. BJP's Dingang Lungangmai Dipu was elected as the chairman of the Hill Areas Committee HAC of the Manipur Legislative Assembly on Tuesday. The Hill Areas Committee HAC is the highest committee of the Manipur Legislative Assembly that is empowered to monitor legislation and administration for the hill areas. The 20 MLAs from the hill districts of the state are the members of the committee. The election to the post of chairman held at the committee room of the State Assembly was presided over by MLA Letpao Haukip. Dinganglung Gangmei was the lone member who filed his nomination for the post, and the members unanimously elected him as chairman of the HAC. Laisio Kaising of NPF was the chairman of the HAC in the 11th Manipur Legislative Assembly. The previous term expired on March 19, 2022. Dinganglung, who joined politics after voluntarily retiring as an IAS officer, was elected from Nungba Assembly constituency of Nonne district. He defeated Congress stalwart Gaikhangam Gangmei in the recently concluded elections to the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly. He assumed the office of the chairman of the HAC from Wednesday. Meanwhile, Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh was among other members of the State Assembly present at his office to mark his assumption of the office. The Chief Minister congratulated the new chairman of the HAC. He hoped that Dinganglung would work to enhance the process of peace and development in the hills of Manipur. Council of Tribal Languages and Literature Societies Manipur CTLLSM has urged Manipur Governor La Ganeshan to cause necessary directives to the state government of Manipur so that justice due to the linguistic minorities is delivered and Article 29 Clause 1, 46, 350A are effectively implemented. CTLLSM is a unified body of all the 35 tribal linguistic minorities of Manipur. In a memorandum to the governor, the Council stated that there are provisions in the Constitution of India, especially Articles 29, Clause 1, 46, 350A, etc., to safeguard the linguistic minorities in India. According to CTLLSM, the Commission for Linguistic Minorities, now the National Commission for Religious and Linguistic Minorities, Government of India, Ministry of Minority Affairs, had formulated and adopted a scheme called the Safeguards for Linguistic Minorities, which is the conversion of the constitutional safeguards into practical steps, especially of the Constitution provisions referred to above. The scheme of safeguards for linguistic minorities has been implemented all over the country, including most of the states of the Northeast, it added. However, unfortunately, the scheme of safeguards for linguistic minorities is not implemented in Manipur till date. CTLLSM pointed out that there is no fund for tribal languages in the state budgets of Manipur. According to the Council, there are 35 recognized scheduled tribes in Manipur, of which 18 languages have been approved by the government of Manipur for introduction into school education. It also said that approval of a language for introduction in the education system is supposed to entail fund allocation in the plan and non-plan with both recurring and non-recurring expenditures for continuation of the mother tongue education. However, it is unfortunate that funds were not earmarked for tribal language education in the state budgets of Manipur. It said it earnestly praised to the governor to kindly cause a directive to the state government to take of necessary action in the matter at an early date so that justice due to the linguistic minorities are delivered and the promise of the nation to them fulfilled from the end of your good offices. The Netherlands lifted their fourth FIH Junior Women's Hockey World Cup title after beating Germany 3-1 in the final at Potchefstroom, South Africa yesterday evening. Giving an early lead to the Netherlands, Danik van der Veerdonk scored first goal in 7 minutes. Then, Germany's Sofia Suave equalized the score in 32nd minute. Just after 2 minutes, Tessa Bitsma restored her Dutch team's lead to 2-1. Bitsma then backed her brace in 44th minute. With a superb performance, the Netherlands conceded their first goal of the tournament in summit clash. Till the final, the Netherlands had scored 46 goals and conceded none. Earlier yesterday, England defeated India 3-0 in the shootout after a 2-2 draw to claim the bronze medal in the third place match. Before we end, let's take a look at the top news headlines again. MPCC spokesperson arrested over derogatory remarks against Amit Saha. Thirteen dead after consuming poisonous mushroom in Assam. And 4 persons test positive for COVID-19 in 24 hours in Manipur. Thank you for watching Bona TV. For more updates, keep watching Bona TV and stay tuned.